How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. What is the best way to burn 1,000 calories? Leave the pizza in the oven. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN. Many are like, Dre, did you see it pull back inside the market? What is happening? Well, you know what? We're about to cover it in this video. But before we get started, we have to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know where's their support, where's their resistance, and where's a good area if you're thinking about actually getting into a position. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. I feel this is key. We want to know what are the large scale orders looking like. And then after that, then we're going to be going on Fintel. We're going to be taking a look as far as recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for OCGN. It is a jam-packed video. And then when all of that is done, we're going to be jumping into the final thoughts. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.44, being down 4.17%. On the low, it tested $6.42, and then on the high, testing $6.84. When we take a look at the volume on the day, we had about 13.234 million shares that were traded. And as far as the average over 10 trading days, it is at 19.106 million. So there's definitely a difference there having below average volume, and part of the reasons why we see some downward pressure in the overall stock. Now, when we take a look at our indicators using the 1-year daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, we are right around 39. So what does this mean? We are in the oversold territory. As you can see, it has been getting beaten down. When we take a look at our indicators on the chart, we are showing strength above the 200-day, but we're also below the 100-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So as far as support is concerned, we've talked about many times on this channel, we want to see this $6 area of support actually hold up if it decides to pull back, or if it decides to continue its pullback as this week progresses. So we want to see a rebound off of 6. If 6 ends up breaking, then no doubt in my mind that we should be able to show some support here right around this 560 level. If we don't end up getting that and it decides to pull back even further, then we'll be testing right close to the 200-day, and you can see it's around $5.17, but to be exact, using the candles on the chart, it's around $5.25. And this is where I'd want to look forward to actually seeing a rebound from OCGN. If it ended up breaking through this area, as you can see, there's a lot of downside here, but for the most part, I'll be expecting a rebound. So just taking everything that we just covered into consideration as far as resistance is concerned, since our high was at $6.84, we can clearly come to this now and say, you know what, the $7 area is now a psychological area. If we can get past $7, whether this happens on a run or by the market picking itself back up and putting more money back into lower cap stocks, then we can look forward to seeing the 7 and then making that move and wanting to reclaim the 21-day EMA. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow we had 17, and on the outflow we had 22. We had 0 on the large for both, we had 12 on the medium, 5 on the small for the inflows. And then on the medium for the outflow we had 17, and on the small we had 5. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see here on July the 14th, we have 250.98. So what does this mean? Yes, an institution has been loading up. Sorry, an institution. Institutions have had the opportunity to load up on the dip. And they've been doing this every single time OCGN is trading in this $6 area, especially in the mid area and also below that. So we need to start thinking like the big institutions, looking at where the big money is going. And this is what they're doing. They're taking advantage of the dip. So if you are inside of this play and you have the opportunity to do this and you have high conviction, of course, then there's definitely something that you need to take a look at, especially if the stock decides to pull back even further as this week progresses. But as far as retail investors are concerned, we are seeing some selling coming from their side. And of course, this is of no shock because as they see the pressure on the stock price and the stock goes down, people do panic sell or people just want to get out of their positions. And hey, this is something that is natural and it comes with being inside the stock market. So now let's go over the information on Fintel and then we'll go into the final thought. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for OCGN. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we could see here for July the 14th today, we have Pacifica Partners that went in with 2,000 shares, and we also have Golden Green Inc. that has 36,254 with a value of 291,000, and these were filed as of, you can see, July the 14th. So it's great to see some new institutional activity for OCGN. So now as we take a look at the short interest information here, we can see that the short volume ratio is estimated to be at 36.60%. So what does this mean? There is a ton of short squeeze potential in OCGN, but there's also a lot of shorts that are in it. We take a look at the short shares availability updated 20 minutes ago. It's at 350,000, and the short borrow fee rate is at 10.32%. So that is fairly significant there. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, you can see here for July the 13th, we have it at 36.60. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what it's going to be later on in the evening. And of course, this is of no surprise whatsoever. If you've been noticing, a lot of the small cap stocks are experiencing pullbacks. And what's happening? The bears, the shorts, they are taking advantage of this. So this is something that you need to understand and make sure you have high conviction if you're holding a position in OCGN. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, there's definitely some opportunities here if you believe in the long-term prospects and you have high conviction. We saw on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest, yes, it is still fairly high, but that also does tell us OCGN has short squeeze potential. And also many short sellers are taking advantage of the overall market conditions. We already see there's a lot of money coming out of these small cap to medium cap stocks, and it's going into the big caps, the FANGs. So taking all this into consideration, they see an opportunity here. They know if they push down the price, it's going to force a lot of people on the retail side to say, well, you know what, I'm selling out of my position, this stock is no good. And this is where I always say, if you have high conviction and you believe in the play you're in, you're not going to fall for this. But unfortunately, we're seeing a lot from retail, but also at the same time, institutions are saying, all right, short sellers are having a field day, we'll just load up on the dips and be prepared for the run up. So this is one of the reasons why I feel like you really have to do your due diligence and your homework so you always have a plan or a strategy in place and be able to be confident in the position that you are holding. Another thing that I want to bring to your attention as well, taking a look at the order flow, is one of the things that we need to always keep an eye on. I know many people have been asking me, why do we cover it? Or some people even ask, where do I even find it? And I love that, because if you can know what's going on with the stock, especially on a daily basis without losing your mind or having anxiety, I feel this is very important, because at least you can kind of prepare yourself for the days that could potentially come ahead. And I'm talking about whether it's going to be a green day and as well as if it's going to be a red day. So for anyone that's been looking to take advantage of OCGN, you're definitely getting an opportunity here, especially if it ends up pulling back further, getting to around $6 or even below that. Because we already been getting updates. We already know what's going on. We know what we need to look forward to. So it's just more so trusting the company and believing in the position if you are actually putting in an investment in regards to seeing covaxin dominate on the global stage. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.